I'm going to show you guys something I did this morning. Maybe some of you already saw it. I know Marcus did. I sent it to him directly. Harry, I think you did that too.
Oh, thanks for the
Uh,
birthday one, by the
no,
way.
of course, man. This thing is really fun. And
Yeah.
granted, there's a lot of slop out there, right? This week's term is literally AI slop, I guess, or maybe the last 2 weeks. But I think if you put a little bit of effort into it, you could actually turn it into something that might help you out with marketing or communicating certain ideas a little bit better. So I've been playing around with it this morning a little bit more deliberately. And I want to show you an ad that I created for my newsletter, the AI Adopters Club. So check this out. Uh, if you see it, you guys can see that?
Hmm.
Okay, cool. So check this out.
When the press arrived, knowledge broke free, but only for those who learned to shape it.
When engines replaced muscle, the real winners weren't the workers. They were the ones who directed the work.
Computers didn't erase jobs. They promoted the ones who knew how to make logic move. Now it's AI. It doesn't need users, it needs directors. The ones who know what matters. History repeats. The tools evolve. But leadership still belongs to those who guide intelligence, not follow it. Join the professionals who turn AI into advantage. Because the future isn't built by the loudest. It's built by the ones who know how to direct it.
And that's it. So, who's got any questions on this?
Nicely done.
Thank you, sir.
I got questions, Camille. Yeah, I think it's brilliant. It blew me away.
Thank you.
I'm
It took
curious
me
about
all
how
morning.
many.
Can you believe that?
No, and I've already, I'm part of Salim Ismail's EXO group, and so I've already directed 3 people to you this morning
Thank
from
you.
that group. But how many iterations did that take? What was the prompting process? Because I've
Yeah,
seen some people that go, look what this did. I finally am getting to this stage. Just one simple prompt. Can't believe what this stuff generates. But so tell us about your process. What did it
yeah,
take?
absolutely. I'm just going to show you at least. So, first of all, to answer your question, all of the scenes except the last one were one shot. No changes. I posted them here. Let me see.
Really?
So once you take them out of the draft, they're not here anymore. This is my brother.
AI.
I just got him on thing. But here you can see just the last scene took me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
The
9,
professional.
10, 11,
The
12,
prof
13,
is
14 times because I couldn't agree on the style. And it just didn't fit well the way I had it originally. It was like this. I'm like,
Join the professionals who turn AI into advantage.
it was a little too sterile, right? And then I didn't like that it had the logo and all that in there. So there was a bunch of them. A bunch of them didn't really work out perfectly. This one was kind of cool, but the lip sync,
Join the professionals who turn AI into advantage.
not talking right. And then I wanted to add a little bit more
The ones who
at
know
the end
how.
of it.
Join the professionals who turn AI into advantage. Because the future isn't built by the loudest. It's built by the ones who know how to direct it.
But other than that, all the other ones, you can see them here because I now took them out of the drafts and I put them all out here. One shot, one shot,
Magic
one shot,
movers.
one shot, one shot. So just
AI.
the last scene took me multiple times. And all the others, I was like, holy shit, this works. And so the way I did that, so this is very specific to me, right? I went to ChatGPT. Let me see if I can find the. So I basically have a folder with my, like my AI adopters type of stuff in here. And this is the conversation I had. I'll just show you straight up how I did that. Okay. So I want to create a 30-second trailer or a Facebook ad featuring me. That was just spoken. That's why it spells my name this way. I didn't even, honestly, I didn't even look at any of this shit. Okay. I didn't read it. I just took it scene by scene. And then after it was generated, I'm like, huh, I should change that, right? I don't even read this stuff anymore. But
Nice.
I direct it, right? So that's also the essence of the trailer. Um, so anyway, Facebook ad featuring me, Camille, walking through different scenes, talking about the concerns of my target audience, the opportunity, and then the reason why they should join the AI Adopters Club. All right. I want to do that in a bunch of different scenes, 5 to 6 seconds each. No, 5 to 6 scenes, and then each 4 to 7 seconds long. Give me a description of a continuous script with every scene being completely different, simply described, and 1 or 2 sentences per scene, but always featuring me as I walk through the scene to make a cohesive ad in different outfits and everything aligned to AI and business and me as a mentor to my target audience. Okay, so that was the first step it did. Okay, um, it was okay, but keep in mind, I'm making breakfast for my kids while I'm doing all this. Okay, um, how then I go back to it and I say, how could this be a little bit more visually interesting, maybe with historical and popular references? Those references show how history rhymes when people adapt to technology, right? So it did something that was pretty good. Um, a little bit of more how I wanted it to, because it did something like this, transition to a smoky 1800 steel mill. So this, you can't really do that because you have to treat those clips as individual assets, right? So they don't do transitions. So oftentimes in when you want to have a script or let's say a set of images for one article or one asset, you need to make sure that if it's broken up like this, each of the prompts, the micro prompts for each scene, is somehow self-referencing in a context. So the because you're taking this out and you're only using this part, right? Whether it's an image model or a video model, and it doesn't have reference to all the other stuff that we're talking about because we don't want to overload it, right? So I'm going through this because there's going to be one more interesting part, okay? So ask me questions. Oh, yeah, here's the thing. Here's the interesting thing. I wanted to make it more targeted. So I basically did this following thing because I'm too lazy to come up with a question. So I said, ask me a question that will help you understand more about what I talk about in the AI Adopters Club, okay? And then this is the question it came up with. What's the single biggest mindset shift you're trying to create in your audience? What do you want them to stop believing about AI at work, and what do you want them to start believing instead? So I took this question, and this is where it gets interesting. And I took that, I should write a whole article about this. And I went to Notebook LM because I have a notebook with all my AI adopters. Well, actually, not all of them, like 2/3 of my AI adopters newsletter posts in here. Okay. And I just asked the question. And I put that in here, and then it gave me this answer. And it said, with this answer in mind, try to improve the script above. And then this is the answer that Notebook LM gave me. Okay. The single biggest mind shift promoted in the sources, which are the sources from Notebook LM, is the transition from viewing AI as a passive tool to a replacement threat to see blah, blah, blah. Right. So it gave me this long answer. And based on that, it improved everything. And then from there on, um, just a few tweaks, and I basically took it from here. Uh, oh yeah, there was like one last thing that I didn't like where it said, "I don't think where the future learns to think." That was just kind of like a stupid tagline in the end, so I wanted to change it. So I just did a couple of iterations, but that was the fine tuning of the last scene, and that's pretty much it. And then I took these assets.
Computers now it's
I'm sorry. Oh yeah, and then there was one more thing. Oh yeah, there was Sora speaking. I'm confusing myself. Oh, there's another thing that's interesting for Marcus maybe here, or for anybody who's doing music stuff. So, what type of epic soundtrack would work for this as background music, right? Instrumental only, but not typical corporate, right? So it did this, and I basically just got this selection here. I had to remove Olaf Arnolds. It took Max Richter. And then I went to Suno AI, and this is where I dropped it as a simple description in here. Suno AI is probably my most fun AI to just play around with, by the way. For the bang for the buck of fun versus money that you pay for it, like $10 and you get like 1,000 songs or something. I don't know. Ridiculous. I make songs just for my kids this morning to while I was eating breakfast with them that they should focus on breakfast and eat. So I basically took this song. This is what the outcome was. And that's what you hear in the video in the background, right? Then I put it together in a super simple, hold on here. Here in my final cut. Basically just put it together with some transitions.
When engines replace muscle,
Computers
The transmissions, I wanted to make sure that they're somewhat period correct. So here we have like this old film switch. Here we have like a slideshow type of thing. Here, you know, little things like that. This is just a slight leak, and here the glitch.
history repeat.
You get the point. And then, one final thing in terms of AI, I did use 11 labs for. Well, I mean, I guess I can just show it here. How do I get out of this thing? Here, these little sound effects.
computers didn't
These little sound effects when I switch, those are from 11 Labs. And that's pretty much it. Just put a title at the end, because that's not produced by Sora, and ship it.